Hi, it's Brett from HireBook. Today's conversation is going to be interesting. It's all about how OKRs are in fact the fractal against which your business strategy is constructed. Now, a brief reminder for those who don't watch The Big Bang Theory or don't know what a fractal is. Basically, it's a mathematical model that says it's a geometric figure, which is each one is a microcosm of the whole. And so fractals become a really interesting tool for modeling complex structures which have similar patterns that recur progressively at smaller and smaller scales. Of course, in the organization, it's the overall big picture strategy, the departmental strategy, the team strategy, the individual strategy are those smaller scale ones. So let's take a look at my theory. So the fractal itself, the OKR, is built up of basically two elements. The objective, which are your goals. They are tangible, unambiguous outcomes of the work you do. And they're defined in a way that the successful achievement of that objective provides clear value for that part of the organization. So if it's the top of the organization, it's a big picture objective for the total organization. For departments, it's the objective for that department or team. So models the fractal in that progressive regression. Then the second element is the key result. And of course, the key result informs us about the progress we're making around that objective. So they are basically a KPI from your organization that gets progressed up to a higher level. A great example is, you dashboard your car, right? We've identified few key metrics, your speed, your gas level, your tachometer. There's a bazillion metrics in your car, but we've identified a few key results that if you keep your eyes on those, on the whole, the car is going to be performing okay. Now, there's other data you need to get, but those are the few really important KPIs, and they've been progressed up to key results. Now, best practices say that, for objectives, you could have several key results. Now, OKRs are all about focus. So the idea is there's going to be a limited number of objectives at each level and a limited number of key results for each objective. It's about focus. But what's super cool about OKRs is that's it. That's all you need to know. You have the complete knowledge at your disposal because this is a repeating element. It's a fractal. Once you understand the objective, and it's informed by key results, right? Some people say the objective as measured by these key results. Other people say the key results are what you'd see more of or less of as you work towards the objective. But that's it. All you need to know is that one element, whether I'm working at the corporate strategic level or the mailroom. That's all I need to know to build the strategy for my area. Now, like Lego blocks or a fractal, they have to be connected together. And basically, there are three ways to connect these fractal elements together to begin building the overall organization fractal. So let's take this example for this objective, and we'll say it's a level 1 objective, the top of the organization. And those beneath it would be level 2, level 3, level 4, and so forth. So for that level 1, there are two ways we can connect the next level down. Option 1 is when the work at L2 supports the objective at L1. In other words, to achieve L1 objective, there are objectives that need to get done, and that's how that fractal gets connected. Option 2 is where the child objective, the one at the bottom, actually supports the key result. So it either delivers it or contributes to the key result. So option 1 is it links to the objective to objective. Option 2, key result to objective. And option 3, I would colloquially call an orphan. It's where the objective actually at L2 doesn't actually have an L1 objective. So in some cases, we call that below the radar. So there's stuff that you do that's below the radar. Your leadership, your boss, the organization doesn't necessarily care about those things, but you need to get them done in order to be successful. So that's it. Those are the three mechanisms by which the fractal gets built. And so from there, what it allows us to do is to take a look at any objective and understand what the drill down is. So in this case, this L0, very top of the organization, this is the corporate, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level 1 objectives. So think of that as the organization's strategic objectives. And then each one of those cascades down. Now, for simplicity's sake, I've just shown it sort of connecting, but the specific connection is either at the objective level or connecting to the key result. And not all of these necessarily need to have 3 key results. They could have 2, they could have 1, they could have 3. And this is a recurring structure. So what that means is, as you build your entire organization, it's all the same structure, it just gets repeated down. And that's what's cool about OKRs, because if any one of these gets faulty, it gets out of date, we just whip that one out and put in a new one. That's the beauty of this whole OKR fractal model. So that's it. I hope you have learned something about OKRs and how they work to capture your strategy at all levels of the organization. Of course, it means that you don't have to start at the top. I can start anywhere in the organization, any department, any team, any region, any product, and begin building the fractal from that location, either upwards, downwards, or sideways. So there you go. Hopefully that has been useful to your understanding about OKRs. Cheers.